The crypto revolution is happening as we speak. And the people that are building this stuff are the most competent and inspiring that we have ever met. If you're curious about DAOs, DeFi, NFTs, Web3, this is the place to be. We are Boy and Badger, two turbo artists on an adventure in the wild Web3. The DAOs are in the house. Let it rip.
Shout out to the motherfucking bear. Record this shit.
Woohoo! Craig's in the house. What a intro. Introduce
Yeah.
yourself, T-Wells.
You can-
Shout out to the motherfucking bear.
Hey,
you hear, you don't even
I
get an
asked if this
intro.
was live. No, yeah.
We can edit it out, but I lie when I say that because we never edit anything out. We just go.
Too
Just roll
much
with it.
effort.
But,
We want it to be authentic. That's the thing.
hell yeah.
This is how it
Wow.
is.
Right on, yo.
Today we're joined by a man with a plan with a radio span from One Hive, T-Wells, and of course you do a lot of other things.
Hey,
Welcome to the Boy and Badger show.
Good to be with y'all. GM to both of you.
What do you identify as, apart from One Hive community member
Yeah.
and radio One Hive TV host? Do you have any other categories we should know about?
Yeah, I guess so. More recently, I have come on in like an official capacity as a part-time contributor over at Shapeshift.
Nice.
So I'm specifically doing some work with their education work stream and parlaying that with the TV project and sort of the production side. So sort of a little bit of a dual capacity there that is a bit of a partnership and a bit of sort of more explicit work with them. And the work that they're really doing to try to create a portal to everything DeFi and crypto related, which is really cool, and how they're doing it there.
That's really
And
cool.
yeah, I don't know how much you guys have intersected with Shapeshift, but they're an awesome group of folks to be working with.
Yeah, I haven't worked with them. I just checked them out. I got some not free tokens, but I used Hive, and then Shapeshift token was
Right
one
on.
of the tokens that you got like as a
Oh yeah.
reward boost. So I had to check them out, and I really liked the backstory. They're kind of coming from the other side, where it used to be a company, and then trying to make a DAO out of a company because it just didn't work what they were trying to achieve as a company, the way I understood it.
Yeah, I think that I don't know the full backstory, and there are definitely folks at Shapeshift that are active in the DAO, of course, that have been real OGs in that project. But I do get the sense that the ethos and intention for sincere decentralization has always been like on the roadmap, and the exact timing last year of sort of pulling the trigger on launching the DAO and all of that. I don't know the full backstory there, but I think that Voorhees made the announcement like last summer, right? And so it's going to be a year before we know it, right? That they'll have been on this path of decentralization, which has been really cool to observe and be a part of. Yeah, and now be more formally a part of. Yeah.
Nice. Now, how's it working for you doing like two? I would still say that you like. It seems like from the outside that you're putting in a lot of time and effort into the One Hive TV. I think the quality is like. I watch
super high.
news. Yeah, I watch regular news channels that have like worse quality than this. So
Hey,
it feels very professional.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I would say I definitely put the majority of my time in there, and ultimately that was the thing that sort of led to this partnership with Shapeshift, for example. And we're also doing some work with the Gnosis Chain Innovation DAO as far as content creation. Like, so yeah, most of the time is spent there, but due to the intersection with Shapeshift being sort of obvious, it's more like an outgrowth. So it's I don't know how to describe that. Like it's not distinct, really. Even though it is a separate DAO, there's the sort of connectivity of video content creation, and then but I hear what you're saying. Most of the folks in Shapeshift are more or less explicitly in Shapeshift, although some of them sort of straddle two DAOs. But yeah, when I see people that are contributors at like a half dozen DAOs, it's like yeah, either you know something about not needing to sleep or something, or you're not getting too deep. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how that happened.
Yeah. Bullshit artists, maybe.
Oh, hey, there's always that,
Don't
right?
talk.
Yeah.
Oh, we can give them the benefit of the doubt. Some people kind of want to dive into one subject or one area and really master it, whilst others are kind of, they do a little bit here, a little bit there. They have a few projects going around, but yeah,
it can be
there's a
really.
balance in all things.
I like the horse. The one. No, I don't want to be. Yeah, like the sluts, because they're really good at they know a lot of people. They know a lot of DAOs. They can see what do you call it? Like connectors. They can connect people. Have you seen the South Park COVID where Butters is like an
Vic
NFT
Chaos.
sales guy? Yeah, Vic Chaos, and it's like selling NFTs, and it's like, yeah, let me get you guys together for lunch, and I like those guys. They're needed.
The
This is the one where they're
guys.
standing outside. I think I've seen clips of it. I used to watch I used to watch South Park a lot and haven't recently. But if you got a link to that one, I will watch it like today.
It's a really good Corona special.
There's
I think it's 4 episodes or something.
Isn't like a 4 hour episodes, like 4
Yeah,
1
yeah.
hour
Oh, wow.
episodes.
Yeah.
It's a COVID special. So
Pandemic
you kind of
special.
need to, you don't need to see all of it, but you kind of should see all of it.
Yeah, it's
should,
good.
yeah.
Shout out to
Shout out to South Park.
our
Our
pals,
pals.
other creators also creating some stuff for fun.
Low key, humble guys creating something.
Where do you stream South Park? I don't know. YouTube?
It's amazing they're still at it and still killing it, man. Let's see.
It's like you need to reinvent yourself several times over. I guess over that span. Not the easiest thing.
It says I got an Amazon Prime with a premium subscription. It looks like that's the one that you don't have to have a pay for a price.
Am I the only one still torrenting? Am I old school?
I think there's still people torrenting.
Oh yeah, people still doing it for sure.
Yeah, I guess there's someone there's
someone posting torrents still. You even have the HD cam torrents. I was trying to get Batman through torrent a couple of days ago, and you had 20 or 30 torrents around HD camera. Someone having a hand camera in the cinema, videotaping the movie. I guess people still go at it.
Yeah, but that's the true decentralization. Fuck the platforms, I say. That's the only way to do it.
It reminds me when I was straight out of college. I was in the Philippines for a while, and then you go to the mall. You'd be walking on the sidewalk outside the mall, and you could see, up on the side of the building, they'd have a list of the movies that were playing in the times. And then you have a picture at one point where in the foreground on the sidewalk there's a vendor that just is selling all the movies secondhand that you go watch inside. Just all the recorded ones. He had been in there the last week and recorded them.
So nice.
Put them on DVDs, selling right outside. Bootlegging the shit out of it.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Gotta love the bootleggers. I think we should go beyond torrents, go back to DC++. You kind of had groups. You had to have data to share within the group. Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't that where we're going here with the DAOs? You got some alpha for me.
True. Kind of going back to it.
Sharing information in some kind of decentralized setting. Nice.
And we
You
should
have
make
some,
the DC++ DAO share videos with each other in the DAO.
yeah, torrent. It's not that bad.
Torrent DAO. Can we create a torrent
You
DAO?
could-
We have a repository of good torrents that you can
Yeah.
only access in the DAO.
I wonder how they work. Like
you
someone,
got some epic curation.
yeah, that's needed. I heard everyone's talking
Rumor, the
about
grapevine says it.
Yeah. Do we know any? I know one place where you have algorithmic curation. But do you know any other place?
Algorithmic curation?
Am I using words here?
I don't understand.
Yeah. No, I forget what it was. Oh goodness, let me look it up here. There was one. Is it? Yeah, it's Cassandra, right? That's doing the algorithmic curation. Isn't
No.
it? So
Oh yeah, they're doing algorithmic like investing. Our friend NXO, he made a like at ShineDAO.finance. You have the Diggin news.
Yeah,
where-
the Digger News. Okay.
And I'm getting more and more bullish on. I like someone needs to do the curation, and me personally, I'm always biased towards like human intervention. But just looking at how the world works nowadays, then having an alternative, which is algorithmic curation, then you can just sort through so much more information than a human ever could.
True.
Same like YouTube algorithm or any other of those. Netflix algorithm that recommends stuff for you. But I'm guessing most of the big platforms are working on this, but I'm not sure. Like Medium or Mirror or something like this, they really should just, I don't know, give me what I want.
yeah, fully automating the curation process is tough.
Yeah.
Use me as a data point.
Data well.
Yeah. Give me free content and then make me stick around forever and sell me ads. Come on, do it.
Shit I don't need.
Yeah. What have you gotten that you don't need lately?
Me?
Oh, shit.
I don't know, both of you, except from
T.
falafel.
Wells, you can answer that.
Yeah, you first.
Some shit I don't
What a pair of
need.
jeans.
Yeah, I don't know. And most recently, it's probably a couple new hats. That shit, I don't really need it, but
Are you
I don't know.
more of a baseball
fucking-
cap kind of guy, or is it like
yeah,
a
sort of.
fedora,
Fedora
hat?
guy?
No, not a fedora guy. I'm a baseball cap guy.
That's better.
Just had to ask.
It's
Yeah,
okay
man,
if
it's
you're a
just-
fedora
hey,
guy.
man, you know,
Shout out to the bronies.
it's okay.
Yeah.
It would be okay.
Yeah,
but
I
don't
would
know
allow
be
it.
Okay, if I tried to do
we
it.
would not end the podcast if you admitted that you liked fedoras.
No. I enjoy baseball caps, particularly because I'm not, getting that stage where starting to thin a little bit. God damn it.
Yeah.
Hey, it happens.
Yeah, it happens to everyone, except for ladies, I guess.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Well, they go through menopause instead. It's not.
But isn't it? It's a sign that you have a lot of testosterone, isn't it?
Yes, that is actually true.
That's what I say, man.
I guess that's where the T comes from. It just swells over all of it.
He's a well of testosterone.
Wells, plural.
What's that? Wella? Or isn't that like hair products? Wella Professionals.
Wella, yes. Multifaceted. There's a lot of layers to the name. As always.
It's always open to your interpretation. Yeah, this is.
Magician never really disclose their tricks.
Mm-mm.
And as well the reason behind the name.
What about y'all?
By the way,
Unneeded.
T. Wells, did you ever
purchases.
conclude
man,
what
let's-
you wanted to have in a zombie apocalypse?
Yeah, let's do this.
We need to conclude
Right.
this. It's been festering our thoughts.
Yeah.
So, what are the limitations? Are there any?
And no limitations, I think.
Yeah,
Infinite
maybe.
imagination.
Yeah,
Infinite.
no pressure.
Just the original, you know.
And there are zombies, right? That's the sort of prescribed
Let's
context.
say the zombies, they can run, like they can do anything a
He can
human
swim
can.
really fast.
Yeah, but they can swim really
That's right.
fast.
I remember that.
Yeah. Maybe I don't think they can fly, but if you imagine like a flying squirrel, like they can kind of flap
kinda
their
jump
arms
from-
and jump.
Yeah.
They have little
Loose skin,
okay.
you know?
I was gonna say, so enough flesh tissue to carry them from one rooftop to another.
Yeah.
Yeah, only rooftops.
Only rooftops. You got
Yeah.
it. All right.
What else? I think they were created by COVID.
My grapple
It's a
hook
COVID zombie.
will be to no
Yeah.
avail. Okay. This is
No,
yeah.
I don't know. Have you watched? Yeah, you have Lord of the Rings. If you imagine the orcs, it's kind of that
Okay.
vibe, I think. Black
got it.
zombies. Not,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. They're just orc kind. Help me.
Keep on going, Badge. You're doing just fine.
Mutated elves, kind of.
Got it. I got it. I know the scenes. Let's see. It's been a while since I've seen that movie, actually, but okay.
Maybe like if you could
Let's
fart
see.
so powerfully, so you could start flying, kind of
Yeah.
levitate around.
Classic.
Just out of their reach. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is that
But
they can kind of fly around with their loose skin and kind of
Yeah.
hijack.
I think they can use the gust from the fart to kind of
it's like
get
what
some
birds
extra
do.
air.
True.
Oh.
That was
Maybe
a bad
they
idea.
get extra they get hungry from the nice what scent.
It's like when you're out in the summer and everyone is barbecuing. Kind of the same.
Everyone's farting outside. That's the smell that you feel.
That's in the time when the zombie apocalypse happens, though, right? Is in the summer when everyone's enjoying themselves at the barbecue.
Yeah.
Let us see.
Dang.
Dang, not in the barbecue.
I need a
season,
vehicle of
guys.
some kind.
Okay.
What if you could
If I
become a vehicle, like Morty and
Yeah.
Rick and Morty, become a car?
That would be one option.
Which kind of fuel do you want for your car or vehicle?
I don't know, man. If it's a zombie apocalypse, I'm gonna go like probably straight Dodge Challenger and just go like a massive tank of fuel. Most people are dead, right? So like concerns about climate change doesn't matter. I'm just gonna get the most ridiculous.
But they can
thing.
swim really fast, so you don't want
That's
too much.
That's right. I was good because I
True.
actually got some swimming skills, but if they can swim and even faster in the water, like a zombie shark or some shit, then we all be dead. We tried that one.
Yeah.
We say a challenger. I was thinking first about the moon. Wasn't that called Challenger? Like a space
There was
probe.
a space, shuttle Challenger.
Okay, so but you mean the car, the car Challenger?
Correct. Like a like a ridiculous. Like right now, this is like a V8 vehicle that would get 0 miles to the gallon and would cost a fortune. But if we're talking about end of the world stuff,
Yeah. Then would you mount something to it, like I don't know, a flag? No, but like weapons and stuff.
Like a
50 caliber.
Mad Max kind of vibe.
get a Gatlin gun and strap it on the roof and carve out the back.
Yeah. And here we go.
Now we're going into the right
like this.
territory here.
Yeah.
This is a very good inspiration for the cover photo. The Gatlin gun.
Yeah, the car.
Launch.
Okay, so what's the strategy? Just drive around?
Let's see. You really got the Mad Max feel.
Where would you go? Or just for
Here
fun?
we go. I got pictures for you guys. Let's see if something you could mount on. Oh, this is a radio show though.
Are we gonna get some mounting?
There we
pictures?
go. There we go. Look at that.
Ooh.
Holy shit.
You've been doing some research.
No, I'm just saying. I just Googled Dodge Challenger and Gatlin gun. This is what it returned.
Wow.
So there we go.
This
But
is
I
a-
guess you found your crew. You have to find the other guys that
Yeah,
also have
That's right. Gotta get it That's
the
right.
setup.
a Dodge
Yeah,
Down.
yeah.
Somebody's gotten way
I
too
will
excited
join
about
you.
this. Hell yeah.
This
Yeah,
is a good. Can we make this? How do I get one?
Yeah, that's what I want.
Can we-
That's real. I can't believe it's real. I
Yeah,
guess
like
it is, though.
Yeah, it looks real.
Can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Like,
No, dude, the guy straight up built it. Sorry.
Yeah,
yeah, it's crazy. I wonder what the recoil is on that one as well.
yeah, it's like reducing
go.
that speed from the car.
A very special Dodge Charger build. No shit.
Wow,
No shit.
wow.
Someone had the idea and the resources before I did.
Yeah.
This is literally what I would have imagined, I
Yeah.
guess.
This is like a
we
guy working as a car mechanic and also living in New Mexico and loves guns. Like,
Yeah.
fuck it. I'll have double Gatlin guns on my. He even has the umbrella sticker on from.
Is this a
Resident
YouTube
Evil.
video or like is it just on the Charger forum?
It's the guy's
It's
like
on the forum.
photo journal
Wow.
of building it in real life.
Wow. This is a wasted opportunity. He would have gotten like millions of views if he just posted this on YouTube with some T. Wells commentary.
I bet there is a video. We'll have to see. I literally have never seen this before this moment. This is pretty wild.
It must be really fun to watch this when we post this. If we don't put any pictures out, listeners will just have to find.
Use your abstract
Finally.
thinking. Imagine a Dodge
Yeah,
Charger.
I'm just assuming everyone's high or similar when listening to this, anyways.
Dodge Charger Gatling gun.
I think there's
Just type those things into YouTube and there's a video.
Yeah.
With a test fire. We'll leave
Really,
it at that.
really.
Yeah.
Oof.
Looks like it.
Then I know what I'm gonna watch.
You guys got to get
No South Park for me.
the Joe Rogan like screen share. Somebody to.
Yeah, I think you are gonna like bring our game up so many levels with some. I like your ideas.
the Blerp. We have the Blerp in the call as well, together with the motherfucking bear.
Yeah, let's see what Blerp can do. Research.
Oh, yeah.
What do you? Gatlin gun. Okay. I really don't know what's gonna happen here, but
Gomu Gomu.
This is my rifle, this is my gun. This is for fighting, this is for fun. This is my rifle, this is my gun. This is for fighting, this is for
okay. So yeah,
Thank you,
we got
Blerp.
this now. Thank you, Blerp. Who do you like most, Blerp or Craig?
They're definitely different.
I tried getting Blerp to say like Craig stuff, but no one had put it into the Blerp bot yet. I think I will.
The Blerp. I don't even like.
Yeah.
What does that come from? Blerp.
But what does it come from? I think it's made up. It's like a. Ooh,
You don't
fuck
say.
me.
Gatling gun test fire. Yeah, we definitely need a screen share here.
Yeah, I know what I'm
Next
gonna do the next
Twitch
year of my life.
somewhere. I think we're gonna need.
Yeah,
to...
okay, so let's move back from
Sorry, guys.
us and go up to you. How are you doing with the One Hive TV now? Are you doing it through Twitch or are you doing it through Discord?
Yeah, so we're sort of actually transitioning. We're doing all the hosting in Discord and then using OBS so there was, the live event there and then using OBS to pipe out the audio as well as do a, screen share or do visual assets basically on Twitch.
Yeah.
And we started from zero there and, we would have done YouTube to begin with, to be honest. But there were some blockers there that were not possible to get around, like with the existing One Hive YouTube channel where you see most of the content. It's a long story, but we did Twitch out of necessity, and are not alone over there. But it's not probably it wasn't the best it's not the most hospitable crypto like native space. So we're back on YouTube right now, actually on a new channel, and then we're going to be doing multi-platform streaming hopefully by the end of this month. We just got to get one of these paid services that lets you take the signals from OBS and send them to like multiple platforms simultaneously. So that's a long answer to your question, but hopefully we'll be on both Twitch and YouTube and all the rest simultaneously in the near future.
Nice.
Wow.
Should be cool.
That's some next level
That's-
shit.
Yeah, just broadcasting everywhere. Oh, I haven't used YouTube streaming, but is there a Twitch-like commentary thing going on there as well, where people, whether the audience or the whatever you call them, are participating?
Yeah, the Twitter Spaces is, I think, is that what you're referring to? Where people have like AMAs and such?
No.
No?
No, I was referring to Twitch because I like the vibe there.
It's
I'm sorry. Yeah.
very intense and very
yeah. Yeah, it's participatory at
Yeah.
least in some sense. People are just
Yeah.
throwing out comments like randomly, more or less. But okay, Twitter Spaces
Yeah.
is more organized then, or like made for
kind of like
that kind
Clubhouse,
of,
maybe. I don't know.
It essentially is, right? Yeah. In fact, I remember when the feature first rolled
Clubhouse.
out, that was my first thought. It was like, wow, man, Clubhouse was like, they raised several million, I think.
Mm.
And then we're just like more or less wrecked when Twitter decided to add one feature. It's like, man.
Shout out to Clubhouse. What a
Yeah.
sharp decline that shit was.
Yeah, it was such a good growth hack.
It had just
Needed
caught
to get
on
in
almost,
vibes
right?
and stuff.
Exclusivity.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I felt it, but then after a week, I didn't feel it anymore.
Yeah.
But it makes sense for Twitter to do this. But once again, the platforms, as long as they're doing good stuff, then I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean,
Live audio conversations on Twitter.
it makes sense because so much
And
of
then you
crypto
can,
Twitter, so much of crypto stuff happens there. It's like a click away. You don't even have to leave the app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is there? Can you broadcast it to Twitter Spaces as well, or is that only audio?
I believe Twitter Spaces is audio only, and so you could like host it, and you could. So hypothetically, if we're referring to the sort of what we're doing now at One Hive TV, we could hypothetically host it. Like One Hive could do a Twitter Spaces instead of hosting it in their Discord, and then we just pipe the audio over to OBS and to wherever we want to stream it to that way. Which is probably like we've thought about that. A lot of the folks that join us on a regular basis are used to signing in on Discord, so like we want to make sure that it's like messaged clearly. But we thought about doing that because I say you get a lot of people
makes
clicking
sense.
over easier than having to come all the way to Discord if they've like never done it before.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for me it makes sense. I would do it wherever it was. But yeah, I'm more Discord native than Twitter. I try to avoid Twitter. It's too easy to do the infinite scroll thing there for me.
I feel that. Yeah.
But if it's something that I know I want, then worth it.
You have to put in some effort to get into the One Hive Discord versus just browsing around on Twitter and just jumping in.
Yeah, that's true.
It really is, and this is
You can send them over.
To be honest, I think an overhaul of the One Hive Discord is in order. I've shared this with. I mean, this is nothing I haven't shared with folks on the support side and other people in the DAO. So I think that's. But I can't say it's in the making. It's certainly in the minds of a number of people that I think would like to see it happen. So I think every now and then DAOs have to like do this type of thing, right? It's like almost like a spring cleaning thing where you have a lot of, particularly if you have a lot of experimentation. The Discord needs to be. Pared back on a regular basis. I think it just tends to enlarge in itself, which is fine,
Yeah, I like the spring cleaning concept.
Some
To
pruning.
just see it as a necessary. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
I think everyone gets happy when it's done, even if it's a bit difficult to just get your thumb out of wherever you stuck it.
Yeah, otherwise it's gonna grow into infinity, and it's just gonna be crazy and unmanageable, and no one's gonna know where to go for anything.
Yeah.
So much content though.
It's just overload.
You
It's
need
just
to-
gonna be coming on.
You found the voice channel. Now please scroll down for approximately 5 seconds. You should yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
find a room. We have so many rooms here. Look how big we are.
Look at how much we do in our different chats and rooms. I was jumping into Index Coop. We talked to another guy. Shout out to Funk Master Flex, cool guy at Index Coop. And when you go into that DAO, it's just holy shit. Like they have a group, they have a room for everything. And you have no idea. And then in the end, it's like, oh, let's throw in our language rooms as well. It's like 25 different languages.
So many things you got to block
Yeah.
these days.
Yeah.
Quiet, make it quiet
Make it
forever. Quiet. I mean, if they have like 100 rooms, then I won't have the energy to quiet them all.
Right.
So they win.
True. And you're just gonna quiet the whole channel instead.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
They lose, or it depends.
maybe they win.
I remember when there were people who was like, they're like, no, I shouldn't change it. It's a filter. It's like, what? A filter for what? Like, what the fuck? I mean, like, I get that argument, but their approach is a point where it's like, no, it becomes like a massive, gigantic wall, like an impenetrable thing. It's not a filter, and ain't nothing getting through.
Yeah, it's you gotta have something really, really, really nice on the other side of that wall. Otherwise, like it's just a wall.
That's right.
It's not a filter.
Yeah,
That's right.
It's like it's such a lazy thing to say as well. It's like, oh, we're just gonna have this obnoxious thing, but it's a filter to really figure out who wants to join or not. Yeah, make it easy, and then you can have a filter that's way more elegant than this mess.
Trying to get married, brother.
Channel setup or whatever they allude to being a filter.
Yeah.
Try to get married, so I'm gonna let my hair grow, man. It's a filter
the same,
for women who really want to marry me. Just let it grow.
I like how the way you think.
There
If they
we
love
go.
you for who you
Full
are,
circle.
First,
then,
I
No,
gotta.
you should just people just
married,
say
man.
you
I'm
should
just
be
making a
yourself.
joke, but
Yeah.
it's there's a relatively shallow analogy there, but
Your wife's like,
if
what
she
the
really
fuck?
loves you,
You know.
she will stay. Or he.
Chewbacca. I gotta beard myself, man.
Not
Not ripping out beards.
It's
Let it all hang out. See Wells, get fat, stop shaving, stop
Yes.
getting, cutting your hair, start wearing the same clothes every day. You're gonna be like, this is just
All
a
in the name of the
filter.
filter.
Yeah,
People
I'm
don't
still
get me, it's just shame on them.
I did this when I was started applying for jobs. I was thinking if I really try to be myself as much as possible, then I just let them decide. Then I don't have to choose. And probably they know better than I know. I haven't had a real job, so and it worked. I switched jobs after 2 years, but still, it felt like very easy to be myself. I had like a long bleached
Nice.
hair, kind of, and I got a job at a bank.
Yeah.
And I was a bit worried, but they hired me because look at this guy. He's so innovative and creative. It doesn't look like the other guys, and he doesn't have a suit on, so he must be very
Innovative.
techy.
There you go.
Innovative, yeah. But it worked well. I contributed with a different perspective. That's
Challenge. Yes.
challenge status
Needed.
quo. Transformation, blah blah blah. I think I'm just there for, I don't know if I do any work, but like they wanted someone on the photos.
Yeah, there were some diversity
Stock
points there
photos.
for sure.
Yeah. It was. It was me and my friend who was like, he was, what do you call it when you? He wasn't born in Sweden, adopted.
Oh,
Another
poor
guy who started at the same time. Yeah, so it was me, him, and then another girl who was like half Asian, like half Korean or something. We were always asked to join like these events and photo shoots.
Yeah, you know,
You can find me on the website. I
the
think.
diverse corporate voice. Yeah.
I mean, it's a job. Yeah,
It's all about optics in the end.
yeah. But here in for good and bad, here in like Web3, I don't feel like I have any like specific. Yeah, I feel the same as most people, similar. That's good because
Sure.
then you feel connected. But it's bad because I think we need a lot of different voices
Yeah.
and opinions.
Well, and doing things right
Sure.
definitely takes a little more time, you know. But
Yeah, well, you see, you agreed. Like you shouldn't agree. You should say no.
Right.
Fuck.
We
got
need
me
someone
there.
who doesn't agree. Yeah,
I'm gonna disagree for the sake of it, for the remaining of
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
podcast.
yeah. Speaking of, this is my favorite zombie in the World War Z when had the classic zombie apocalypse book. They have Israel is the only country where the virus doesn't get
Yeah.
spread to because they like build walls and stuff. Because they have a 12th guy that is on all the like what do you call it, like the important meetings. They
That's
have this
correct.
concept
And
of
the
the
Israeli-
12th guy. I think it's the
like
12th. It might be
Knesset,
another
yeah.
number. Kill me. Yeah, the 12th. Yeah.
No, you
Okay,
continue.
you
Man,
tell
you're
me.
exactly.
Then
You're,
you
no, you're
know
exactly
more
right.
than me.
Yeah.
So the 12th guy, and he's there just to, so just to challenge to whatever. If there's a consensus, then he needs to challenge the consensus and tell the other story. That's the entire role, and I like this concept. Even if like you don't have to like, believe something just to take try out the idea or the
Yeah, like it's like structure.
angle.
It adds this structural element to force.
Of course.
I think the name of the position is literally whatever the Hebrew is for devil's advocate. And like you said, it's just their job is literally to be the counter argument on like key pieces of legislation and all that. I wasn't sure. It was funny because this is exactly what my mind went to when you mentioned that, but I wasn't sure where the World War Z, and then I was like, oh, Israel. I was like, maybe he's gonna, and then you did. It's like hell yeah. It's the only country that I know of that has that as like I think it's like constitutional, so it's like not a. It's not a norm.
Yeah.
It's like a law that someone has to be there to advocate for it. And I agree. It's like I think DAOs might, do well to adopt something like that as a part of their framework of thinking and decision making.
Yeah. If it's a smart, if it's what do you call it? If it's good, then it will happen. I wouldn't say naturally, but naturally, the ones that do will probably make better
Agreed.
decisions than the ones that don't.
The more viewpoints you get on the same thing, of course, the better you're gonna see whatever you're looking at. And if it's a decision that you need to make, if you're getting a devil's advocate, chances are someone's gonna look at those two viewpoints and figure out the third viewpoint on a question or a decision or whatever, and you're gonna have a way better discussion than with only one viewpoint, of course. Now I'm kicking in open doors here as usual.
Yeah, but that's what we do here.
Yeah,
I don't think we can come up with that much novelty, really. But someone needs to open the doors sometimes, even if they're already open.
Can't kick in too many open doors though, because like your knees are gonna start hurting because you're accessing a lot of force. There's nothing to counter the force in your legs when you're kicking open doors.
You need some shoes, like what do you call it? Lunar shoes, the bouncy ones.
You need the bouncy ones, or like some kind of quantum door that's not there but kind of there at the same time. So kind of is
the problem with your leg or with the door.
From the door.
So what do you think, TOLs? Yeah.
Just do more squats. I don't know. Yoga.
Do you think yoga would help
I suppose
against kicking open doors?
Uh,
Is there? You're doing yoga a lot.
nice.
Drunk Boy is a yoga master.
I am a. I try.
He's teaching me positions and stuff, like yoga positions.
Yeah. Only yoga positions.
Yeah, but push hard and breathe.
Should give it a shot.
That's it.
Sun salutation A and sun salutation B. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Don't think so much. Think a little bit.
And stop thinking.
Think about not thinking, and then stop thinking.
And dig it.
I hope someone is trying this out as well.
Let's hope someone listens to this and like, oh, perfect. Now,
Finally.
thank you, Boy and Badger and T. Wells, to answering this mystery of my life as to I just need to stop thinking. That's it. That's not an open door. It's like an open gate.
I'm not sure this is like clear to everyone that thinking might be counterproductive sometimes. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's true.
For me, it took, I don't know, 22 years or something before realizing that there was another mode of existing that wasn't just constantly thinking all the time.
Sure.
And no one told me, you know. I mean, probably people did, but I didn't hear it.
What do you think about that?
Yeah.
What do you feel about that?
Everybody's got different modes for productivity, right? It's like, it's interesting.
Yeah, what's your favorite? Like, do you have any productivity tips? You seem like you get shit done. That's a good.
I try, man.
in a good
Yeah,
way.
I mean, list making is a big thing for me, and then you just gotta, you gotta figure out how to For me, trying to balance things is tough, but like the balancing act itself is highly dependent on everybody's individual circumstances, you know. So in some ways, it's really hard to like be cookie cutter with stuff, but so I would say for me, it's like, yeah, I mean, I know it seems super simple, but I find that I have to keep things written down, and like Google Calendar. I don't know what I'd do without it, you know. Like I would, but like I don't know. You guys, what do you think?
I would say good tips. I really like the balance one. It's universal, so that one anyone I think can just apply in their own life. They know better than we do. And I also like calendars and stuff. I like these things. Like, it's so simple, but if you're not doing it, then you're not really taking use of this simple technology. People have been using it for like long time, and it's hard to describe how much value you get out of something that is like free. You just take a pen and a paper and you just write something, and it doesn't matter what you write. It's just the fact that you're writing something down. It just helps out. It's magic.
I like.
Yeah, I mean,
the
personally, it's
listing
like,
as well.
I don't, so go ahead. Yeah,
I was gonna say I like the list, but I also like not having not being productive generally.
Yeah, that's a good
Because
take.
you're bored, the mind wanders, and then you're exploring. If you're constantly occupied, you tend to do more of the same, but like machine learning algorithms, you know, you need to have a balance between exploit and explore. And exploiting is very easy because you can just think of things you need to do all the time. But sometimes you just need to do no things at all, and you'll figure out new things to do. There's also a balance in that, of course. But that is a very personal thing. A lot of other people that I know love to be productive. You know, they really feel good when they're doing a lot of shit. And I do as well, but I also like to not do a lot of shit.
I'm a big believer in subconscious processing. You know what I mean? Like your brain is actually working on things when you're not actively thinking about it. And so in this way, like a limited dose of, you know, what some people would call procrastination is actually giving your mind a chance to like work things out. And so for some people that can be whatever, meditating, other people, reading a book, whatever it is. But yeah, like if you're even using a calendar, the blank space between meetings and between these other things is equally as important as like what you're putting on it, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah,
Reach.
yeah. That's why I use my calendar, like not to fit stuff in everywhere, but to make sure that I don't have stuff everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Are either of you guys Miles Davis fans by chance?
Miles
Oh, is
Davis.
that the?
He's
Is
an
an
artist. He's a trumpet player.
He is.
I got
He
it.
is a
no
jazz
idea.
trumpeter.
That.
He's sort of a legend in the jazz space, and he was like, that's where I sort of, in some ways, got that. It's not an original idea. He's like big inspiration in my life, and he would always talk about like the silence between the notes being as important as the notes that are played. And I think there's like a lot of wisdom there, I guess, that's like
Yes.
cross-applied
Yeah.
to different parts of your life. Yeah.
That's where the flow is. The presence. Silence between the notes.
Yeah, that's if you want to do a lot of things, make sure you do them not for the sake of doing them, but for to enjoy when you're not doing them.
Amen. Yeah. Yeah.
Profound.
Yeah, some life advice here from the gang.
Oh yeah.
William
I think
Batch.
this is actually what everyone in Web3 really needs to hear.
True.
It's not what they want to hear. It's not what they
No.
might listen to, but this is yeah.
Need to do this and that and all of this, and we need to have this
you
and we need to
should,
have that.
yeah.
Yeah, or you just don't do anything for a month and you see how much you
Yeah.
remember of all the things you wanted to do.
Yeah.
It's
But
funny
yeah,
because
you
I
need to- I think
you
source.
said, yeah.
No, you
You're
go.
too
You
humble
go.
to us.
Source
Just
cred.
speak over us.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how we do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
We
I was
Go
just
we never stop.
I was gonna say
speaking
because I'm
wise.
sharing this with y'all, and I'm like, man, like I gotta, and then I'm gonna go from here to have a session about what are we getting done. I'm gonna have like a sessions with people tomorrow. I'll be like, T. Wells, man, I saw you on that podcast. Tell me them blanks in the schedule. They're important. They are. No, I'm just laughing as I'm hearing this back. Don't take anything back,
No.
There's
No, we stand
a
for
time
our
for
beliefs.
action and there's a time for no action.
Yes,
I think
yes,
there's
yes.
and the balance.
Yeah.
It's the delicate balance once again that is not the same for anyone except yourself.
Yeah. I need to learn how to do more things, and other people that I know need to learn that not doing something in a conscious way, not doing anything, might be equally good. He says
Ooh.
wisely.
The wise badger.
And then I like the fact that you didn't say anything. That I like it. Well played.
You guys, I think I enjoyed chatting with you guys, man.
Yeah, but this is
It's not about a
You know,
crypto
you never
project
know
or
what's
man.
gonna
Just
happen.
yeah, it's good. It's good just to chat about real life stuff,
What-
and fun zombie
What
apocalypse
made
stuff.
you?
Yeah.
What made you venture into the things that you're doing? Has it always been a passion of yours to make these shows and everything, or is it a serendipitous thing?
Yeah, I guess it's a combination of things, right? So I was in education for the first part of my career, and then so I was in the classroom, and then did administrative work, and sort of rounded out with the pandemic. And when that rolled in, I basically took on a director of online learning position and did sort of like my professional role intersected more with software and like ed tech stuff. And through people that I met in the community where I was working, and this is the time I was in Austin, met a fella who is like a leading expert in machine learning, and he's an academic, so for what that's worth. And so I sort of got into the software space part time there, while I was still working in education and built an app with him. And then, so at which point I was also sort of going headlong into the DAO space and really interested in what was possible with these crypto economic systems, and found that like my skill set from just basically communications and like knowing enough in video production to be dangerous and to like find people who are better at me than that to do it even better and help like scale it. And so it sort of just became a combination, I guess, of communications and some skills that I had and people that I was meeting around the space, that led to, I guess, where, you know, what I'm doing now. And so, yeah, I think just knowing what you can do and like staying open to opportunities is important in the Web3 space for sure.
Sure.
I think for me it's really inspiring to see someone that is not a developer or solely focused on the code, like the actual software code part of the space, and focus on all the other parts, because those are like equally or even more important at the moment, if you want the balance at least. And I don't think the same skill set is what's needed to write the code and to be able to kind of interact with it, and especially like get people who are not intrinsically just understanding how things work, how to not get them to understand how it works, but help out basically.
Yeah.
For someone who wants to understand, but it can be really, 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 really difficult sometimes. That's the way I feel it, and I don't see myself as a stupid person or someone who has difficulty learnings, but trying to understand how some of these protocols and communities work, it's almost impossible sometimes.
It's just
Yep.
a filter, man.
Yeah, I'm getting filtered out for sure. I'm really
No,
getting
that's
filtered
it.
out.
But that's the bottom. I guess that is the sort of the common thread for me in some ways too, is the education side. I think like a lot of what I'm doing with Shapeshift and try to continue with One Hive is trying to create those like learning experiences that can be generalizable. You know, I mean, there's a number of teams that are working on this kind of thing, but yeah, for people who are, yeah, we're still at the point, I feel like, where people who want to get involved in the crypto space and DeFi, you know, they have to have a desire to do it because it's still a relatively high friction activity. But if we can create the most effective learning materials for people who are motivated to learn, then that's the best. I mean, that's, in my opinion, that's a good way to go about it. So you create, again, the resources that make it easier for people who are motivated, essentially.
That's a beautiful thing,
Yeah.
man. Thank you for doing this work.
Yeah. What do you think is the most difficult part of? I have a guess, but I will let you answer first. Of making the educational content in this space, or in general, but specifically, I guess here.
So, what was the question again?
Making educational content. If it was easy, more people would do it, because I think a lot of people see the value of it. But still, I'm here, and there is content out there, but I wouldn't say that the content is working well with me. It might not give me what I like, the information I'm looking for, or it's not, that hasn't clicked yet for much of the content out there. It's content for the sake of content more than trying to actually communicate something. So why do you think that is, or like what's the most difficult part of it?
It's a good question. I mean, I think that I don't, and maybe there are projects and folks that are working on this that I'm not aware of, but I don't, particularly on the video, if we're saying like video content side in particular, to the extent that it helps the learning process because it provides visual aid and other things, and other ways that it benefits just a broad audience of people and users. I don't know if anyone has really gone about trying to develop like to, I guess, apply like a curriculum style approach to, because there are so many different things, right? In some cases, it's like, how do you bound it in a way that you can like scope it and then actually do the thing in a way that's not just like one-off videos that some YouTuber makes about how to use MetaMask, right? Like those are useful, and and you could, and again, you could probably find a lot of cool videos on YouTube, but then I guess there's two dilemmas there. One is they're not central, I don't use like, they're not central location doesn't necessarily mean that they're centrally created, right? And you can have different ways of like expressing like decentralization and content creation. It's like a separate conversation, right? But basically, I think that creating at least one place where people, can go. This is a part of the way that Shapeshift sees their initiative to find the resources, and going about it in a way that is trying to tackle the larger question of organizing information and then going about content creation so that it like exists as more of a curriculum rather than this sort of like generally searchable content on YouTube or wherever. Because then you also have this other issue, which is legitimacy, right? I mean, you always, there's some YouTube channels that are more trustworthy than others, but if you're able to build out a trustworthy a brand, or sort of, build on an existing brand to create legitimate, like Web3 learning resources, I think that can also help to like make it more accessible because people have trust in the underlying information. Again, I'm sort of reaching here a bit. Like this is still forming in all of our minds. But I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, but I think this is good. It might, the way I see it is most of the content creators, they're used to making content to catch attention and not necessarily for educational purposes, and that might explain some of it.
I think so too.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, for sure. The noise. I mean,
but it's
particularly last year, right? I mean, yeah.
Holy shit.
I guess we're part of it. No, I'm not trying to teach anyone anything.
It kind of comes back to, we've had this talk with others as well. What the purpose behind it, and if the purpose is just to get clicks or get views and get it to revenue, like it's a purpose in and of itself. People do whatever they want, but if you can transcend that and do it for the sake of actually educating people and
right,
putting them off at a better space than when before they looked at whatever content you created, you're doing something beyond the views, and that is a very it's a beautiful thing to do. And, not everyone does it.
No, I'm just waiting for. I guess something happened here when we got like a correction or whatever you want to call it in January.
Yeah.
Like a dip.
Yeah.
Then I felt less noise. Like something happened and there was less action going on, and you see which people and communities are still here working like they've always done without really getting that affected.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's a clue to where you might find people who are doing it for other reasons than just.
It is interesting though, because I can say like in the last month to 6 weeks for sure, whether it was at ETH Denver or elsewhere, the number of people who are talking about the need to create educational content, it's like a refrain, that you sort of hear, and so in some ways, and I've said this to some folks recently, I feel like a bear market environment in many ways makes me sort of bullish on quality content, right? Because people actually care about learning about fundamentals more than pumpamentals, in some ways. And like, let me be clear, like I don't hate on the pumpamentals, man. I ain't got no hate for successful speculators, right?
That's part of the game.
Hey, man, I got no hate. So I don't want to be misunderstood either, right? It's about doing both, I think, and now is a good time to do more on the fundamentals, I feel. So yeah,
we're all about love here. It's just
yeah.
people do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yeah, there's some entertainment. Some people want to gamble on other stuff. Some people want to gamble on the crypto market. It's Good, very more interesting, I think, to be in to gamble here. If I'm gonna say something, I think like cockfighting might be fun as well. Of course,
Cockfighting,
not
yeah.
gonna be.
Did you see any
No, man.
cockfighting when you were in the
Yes, I was just
Philippines?
gonna say, man. Yeah, you better believe it. Yeah.
They're fucking crazy about it.
They are fucking crazy about it. They train them like out in front of their houses and shit. Like, yeah, I seen it, man. God. Yeah.
I'm a cock trainer. That'd be a title.
True.
Wow, man.
It's another way to build an economy.
Economy of cock training. There it is. So, but what is the? What's, go ahead,
our
Vincent.
hour is
Yeah,
up.
like I say, we're at the bottom
we
here.
can talk as
Yeah.
much as you want, man. You tell us.
I think I should probably jet here. I gotta meet with fella at the top of the hour here. I want to get a little something to eat, but it's been great chatting with you guys. We gotta do it. We gotta start just ping pong back and forth. You guys come over to One Hive, and I'll come back over here. It'll be a good time, guys.
Whenever you want us, man.
Yeah,
Whenever
man.
you want us.
Yeah.
Hey, sweet.
We're always game to shoot the shit
Hell yeah.
and talk about whatever.
Yeah.
Right on, guys. Well,
Love talking
sure.
to smart people like you. So
Likewise.
anytime.
Yeah.
Likewise. Well, and
Yeah.
remind me again, what time zone are you both living in right now?
Central European time.
Got it. Cool. Okay, and I think that's
Yeah.
5 hours ahead. Still?
Yeah. Used to be 6, I think, but now it's 5. Or yeah.
Come
something like
gather
this.
round, people, wherever you are.
Yeah. There was a time mistake here with T-Wells.
Times
now.
are a changing.
And I take full responsibility, but also I blame daylight savings.
That's the right answer.
Bob Dylan. That's what I say.
You know, I need to tell you this before you leave. I have a friend, and I have another friend, and they don't know this. Like they didn't know this because they haven't met each other. But the cousin of one friend is dating, or like kind of will marry my other friend's brother. So they have this me in common, and they met at like a family dinner, and for some reason I came to, like, someone had noticed that I was friends on Facebook, something like this. And then this story that I have no memory of, but this is the story that they told about me. And apparently one time I missed a train and I blamed the train for leaving early. And this was like, yeah, I mean,
That was the story that stuck with them.
yeah, that was the only way they had to describe me. And I've done more stupid things than this, for sure.
Way more.
That's funny.
Way worse. I was like, oh, there's nothing. It probably was early as well. Like I stick with the David that told that story. Okay, I will edit the name out, but still,
Yeah, add in a blurb instead or something.
I will add a
No.
blurb. Yeah, but still, yeah.
All right.
I'm the guy that blames the train for coming early. It's not me. It's
Train
late.
guy. Tickets, please. Tickets, please.
Hey, you guys are right, guys.
Okay, but really nice to have you here.
Much love, man. Much love.
Likewise. Y'all take care.
care.
GM.
Take care. Peace, GM.
Yeah.
And that, everyone, was the meeting or the session or the podcast between the train guy, the drunk guy, the blurp guy, and the motherfucking bear. Whoop-de-doo.
Right. Fuck, can I get the... Wait.
Oh, I had such an outro, man, and now you... Oh, come on.
No, it's good. It's good. This is part of the outro.
Keep it coming. Now they think
They
like,
will have...
oh, what an outro, and then they're like, oh, man, what happened? We have an extra minute of small talk, and now Sink is going to join the call, and we're going to talk about...
2 hours talking about the options. But this is like looking behind the curtain, I think.
Yeah, now they're kind of... This is what happens when I blame Badgerton.
It's me, Mario.
That's there we go.